Hey everyone, this is voiceover Michelle here for my channel, Michelle Monstera. This is the first video of many in my garden series videos for 2022. My main gardening goal this year is to try to grow my own veggies starting from seeds. Typically, I grow veggies from starts that I buy from a local plant nursery, Sky Nursery. And for some reason, I did not ever think to try to start seeds on my own. I thought that I would not be able to, didn't have the right knowledge or grow lights or space. I don't know, some excuse. So this year I decided that I'm changing it up, and I ordered seeds this year from a couple of different companies. I've read that the earliest that you should start seeds is about 4 to 6 weeks from your last frost date. So this was about March 6th when I started the seeds, which is about 5 to 6 weeks from our last frost date. And we live in zone 8B, and our average last frost date is about April 16th. This is footage of me starting seeds in a seed tray for the first time ever. I actually did take a seed starting class a few weeks before this, and we went over a lot of different common mistakes that everyone makes for the first time, and I still freaking made them. So I'm going to reiterate them to you so that you don't make the same mistakes I have made. Mistake number 1, putting your seeds into dry ass soil. You might be thinking, okay, well, I can put my seeds in soil and we can water them later, so it's not a big deal. Let me explain. I did not capture myself watering the seedlings in this video, but it was chaotic as hell. Because the soil is almost completely dry, after the water is added, the soil shifts a ton. This is problematic because it can move your seedlings around a lot, and it will bury them a lot deeper than they will need to be buried. This means that you may see your seedling sprouts much later than they are expected to sprout. So, the lesson is, make sure you have pre-moistened your soil before adding the seeds. Yes, you will have to water them after you've pre-moistened them, but the seed shifting around the soil is minimized by pre-moistening. Mistake number 2, not labeling your plants. Never underestimate labeling your seeds, especially if you are a new gardener. When your seeds do start growing, and if they are not labeled, you may not find out what they are until months down the line. This is especially important when you move them outside. Even when I've lost labels of plants I purchased from the nursery and put them outside, it was difficult to figure out, is this a new growth or a weed or new plant growth? And I have literally watered weeds because I thought it was part of the plant. Also, each plant has different sunlight and watering needs. If you are unable to identify a plant, then you cannot give it the correct sunlight and watering requirements, and you are at more risk of killing it. I know that it is a completely boring task to make labels for your very, very many seeds, but trust me, you would want to do it. I like to label my plants with a name that will fit on the tag, as well as the date that I started the seed. Basically, you want to give yourself enough information on the tag to look up the seed packet that it came from, in case you need more information about that plant. Plastic tags are the best. I did buy a bunch of popsicle sticks from the store, thinking that would save me money, more sustainable, it's more organic, but they did start molding in the pots, which puts the seeds at higher risk of rot. Mistake number 3. Seeds turn into plants, and plants need space. This might be a very obvious thing to all of you, but if you are taking a look at the seed tray that I am planting in, this is a 72 cell seed tray. 72. At first, this doesn't seem like too much to handle, as all the seeds are in the same small area. It's easy to water, has a bottom tray. But let me tell you, once they outgrow their small seed cell and need a potting up, you will have 72 individual plants to figure out watering, lighting, hardening off. This means you will have to find a space in your home to house 72 different seedlings in each one of their own 3 or 4 inch pots until you are able to harden them off or put them outside. So think through your growing space. The only plant space that we have is an outside balcony, and it's not a very big one. I don't even think we can fit 50 plants on this balcony if we wanted to. We probably could shove them out there, but we probably wouldn't be able to walk around the balcony. So 72 is definitely overkill, but you know what? I'm gonna try all 72 anyway, because why not? I already started them, put my energy in them, so let's see how far this goes. I mentioned earlier that our average last frost date is April 16th. This is April 14th. Don't put your plant outside before the last frost date, and even after your last frost date, you still might experience some frosty weather. Remember, an average last frost date is an average. One of the things that I was unprepared for while starting my own seeds for the first time is hardening off plants. Basically, what you're supposed to do is slowly acclimate them to the outdoors. They're used to being indoors with a constant heat, no actual sun or wind, and hardening off is typically done over a week or 2, and you slowly expose the plants to actual weather. This means that you have to bring the plants outside for a short period of time each day until they are fully acclimated. I hit day 3 and I thought, this is really annoying. Okay, how about instead of bringing them outside, how about we do a half-ass hardening off where I just harden off my plants in front of an open window? I mean, there's light and wind and sunlight coming through. I only did this for a couple of days though, and then shoved them outside during a time that it was actually too sunny. When I hardened the seedlings off, I was way too impatient. I put them out in the sun way too soon without any protection. Ideally, you would place your seedlings underneath a cold frame or give the seedlings some sort of sun protection. I did not do that at all. Also, the seedlings were way too young to be hardened off. Usually you start hardening off after 2 or 3 sets of true leaves develop on the plant. Many of the seedlings that I was taking outside did not even have their second set of true leaves. The seedlings became sun damaged and made the plant very weak. I didn't take official count, but I think almost 100% of the seedlings I prematurely hardened off and placed in the sun have died. So this is not a Thai pepper, it's actually an eggplant, which is a patio baby, and I think I transitioned this guy way too early, and he's looking like he's not going to make it. Well, those are my 5 biggest mistakes so far. I'm sure I'm going to make many more this season. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to see more in the next update. These are how the peas are doing. Oh, looking great. Oh, okay. The strawberries are regrowing from last year without any effort. I did absolutely nothing with them at the end of the last season of last year. This is a dream for a laser gardener like myself, but probably a nightmare if they are invasive. Are they invasive? They probably